Hi, my name is Tonya Mintz, and I attend Center for Hope Ministries in Bloomington, Illinois. I attended the healing services that Pastor DJ ministered at Center for Hope. In 2019, I injured my foot, my right foot, so bad to the point where I couldn't wear a shoe on my right foot. It was painful to walk. I would limp around. I tried to wear regular shoes and I tried to wear a boot, like nothing would work. So I went to a podiatrist and he took some x-rays and he said, your foot is out of alignment. Some toes on my foot were out of alignment. He ended up having to go in and do foot surgery in March of 2020. And everyone knows in March of 2020, the pandemic started. I had surgery on that Tuesday, and on that Friday, the world shut down. So I couldn't attend regular visits to my doctor to make sure that my foot was actually healing properly. This resulted in needing a second foot surgery. So for a whole year, my doctor was saying, hey, your foot should be healing fine. It should heal in like a month or less. But again, I couldn't wear regular shoes. I couldn't stand on it because my foot wasn't healing properly because he couldn't really monitor my progress because I couldn't go see a physician because of COVID. So again, that resulted in the first foot surgery that was in March of 2020. And then the second year, I had to have a second foot surgery, which was in March again to correct the first foot surgery because my foot wouldn't heal properly. So during that time, I had all that going on with my foot. I couldn't walk. It was painful to stand up for a really long time. I couldn't walk very far. And also my foot would swell and my ankle would swell to the point where people thought that maybe I had gout or something in my foot. And they always say, oh, that looks painful. And I'm like, well, at least, it's better than what it was. And so I was telling God, I said, God, I can't continue to go on like this. I can't enjoy things with my family, my husband. I want to walk places. I can't stand for a long time. And so that happened in 2020 and then 2021. And also in 2021, I ended up re-injuring the same foot, ended up in a boot. I tried to go back to my original doctor, but I found out he passed away in 2021, shortly after my second surgery. So that further complicated things. So when Pastor DJ came and I went up for prayer, he prayed for me. And I remember coming home that night and my foot felt perfectly fine. I didn't notice any pain. But I had only walked from like the church to my car, which was not very far. And I typically at night would sleep. I have an adjustable bed, and so I would incline the foot part of the bed would go up, and then I would sleep with a pillow under my foot so that my foot wouldn't swell, because my foot again would swell so bad to the point I couldn't wear a shoe because the swelling was still happening even after surgery. And I still had pain when walking. I would get these random stabbing pains in my foot. And the doctor was like, oh, it's because, your nerves are growing back together. But it was still painful. And so I told myself, I'm done. I'm done with surgeries. I'm not having any more surgeries. Like, I don't care what they say, because they tried to get me to come back to have a third surgery. And I said, absolutely not. Not after having two surgeries and then being placed in a boot. I said, God, it is what it is, but I'm not going back for surgery. But again, after Pastor DJ ministered, I remember going to bed that night and my foot just didn't hurt. So I went to grab a pillow and to incline the bed, but I was like, I don't think I need this. Because my foot just felt really good. So I didn't sleep with a pillow under my foot. I didn't incline the bed. The next morning, I woke up, and in the morning, it was always the worst. From having the bed inclined to putting a pillow in there, as soon as my right foot would touch the ground, I would just get this sharp pain up directly in my foot, up my leg. And I would have to literally limp to the bathroom, get out of bed and just limp. That morning, I put my foot on the ground, stood straight up, and started walking. And I stopped when I got to the foot of my bed, and I was like, wait a minute, nothing hurts. So I walked in the restroom, getting ready, and I'm like, my foot still doesn't hurt. And so I was like, I think I'm healed. So I went and grabbed a pair of shoes, because I have a ton of shoes, and I had refused to get rid of my shoes, even though I knew that I could not wear them anymore. I just refused to get rid of them. So I went and grabbed a pair of shoes that I hadn't worn since pre-pandemic. And I put the shoe on and I could actually fit the shoes. I could not believe it. I was like, oh my God, I can fit these shoes. So of course that went me through my closet. I started trying on every pair of shoes that I had pre-pandemic. Because before this I had bought shoes that were bigger to accommodate the swelling in my foot. I don't have to wear those shoes anymore. I can wear my pre-pandemic shoes, and I bought a couple post-pandemic shoes as well, and they fit amazingly. I ran and I told my husband, I was like, look babe, look at my foot. Like, I can actually walk on it, and look at these heels, look at these shoes. I haven't worn these since before the pandemic. I can walk anywhere I want to. We took the kids to Disneyland. We had a ball. I can do everything I used to do pre-pandemic on this right foot. I haven't had pain in this foot yet. The swelling has gone down. I don't have to go back to see a podiatrist. I don't have to have a third surgery, which I am so grateful for. And I am so thankful that Pastor DJ came to minister here in Bloomington, Illinois, because the power of God moved. I wasn't the only person healed. There were multiple people healed that day. And I thank him for being that he was open to be used by God and to do what God said to minister to the people. And thank you, Pastor DJ.